Good evening, everybody. It's National Letter of Intent Day in college football. Our first stop is Truman State. The Bulldogs signed 25 players today.
We really tried to bolster our offensive interior. We'll have 5 offensive linemen that'll sign and really added depth and competition at that position. And then on defense, we were kind of focused with linebackers and secondary, not just with those positions on the defensive side of the ball, Fred, but really help us in the kicking game. And obviously that from statistically, just from last year alone, you know how important that is to us here in Bulldog country.
Kirksville's Blake Riley is now a Truman State Bulldog. The all-district running back accounted for 16 of his team's 37 touchdowns. In his senior year, he averaged 6.2 yards a carry. So why is Truman State a good fit for Riley?
They made me feel welcome, and obviously I'm familiar with the area being from here. So I think it'll be an easy transition.
He's a quiet, fantastic athlete. He's got a chance to really help us. So we'll probably play Blake on the defensive side. He was a two-way performer, extremely competitive. Comes from an athletic family with his dad being a coach many years here in Kirksville.
Let's check out the big schools. Let's start with Missouri. The Tigers signed 28 players today, and Rivals has the class ranked 35th in the country. It is led by Andy Bauer, the big offensive lineman from St. Louis, who is ranked the top player in the state of Missouri. Lee is a linebacker from Indianapolis. Brown is a tall wide receiver from Georgia. The next 2 players, Lee and Zanders, are from Georgia and Florida. As the Tigers start to shift their recruiting base from Texas to the southeast, Zanders is a talented dual threat quarterback. Let's turn our attention to Iowa. The Hawkeyes signed 19 players, and the class is ranked 60th best in our nation. It is led by Tyler Wiegers, a big drop-back passer from Detroit with a cannon for an arm. Jay Scheel is an athlete that will probably play in the defensive secondary. Miles Taylor and Matt Nelson will also play defense. And Lucas LeGrand should be a mainstay on the offensive line for years. Let's head to Ames. The Iowa Cyclones signed 25 players, and the class is ranked 56th in the nation. Iowa State signed one of the top wide receivers in the country. He not only adds much-needed speed, he brings credibility to the program. Michael Warren is a speedy running back from Oklahoma, and we ended with 3 defensive players, Holmes, Luna, and Johnson. In men's college basketball, Truman State will host Southern Indiana tomorrow night at 7:30. The team that wins the battle on the boards should win the game.
We struggled all year rebounding the basketball from the defensive end, so it poses a little bit of a matchup problem, but at the same time they have to guard us on the other end. So it'll be a little bit of a clash of styles on Thursday night.
In the women's game, Truman State will face a team that has a couple of 6'1" players. Size has been a problem for the Bulldogs all year, so what will they do?
I'm sure they're going to play B and Bianca and Mish to the free throw line, which will clog up some of the middle. So we're going to have to find a way to get that open, maybe play a little bit smaller and see if we can take care of some of that. But then if we play smaller, we got to find a way to double in the post and counter that a little bit with how big they are.